Surprise! I'm not Marta.
Neither am I.
I don't know whether people knew from previous comments during previous streams, but unfortunately, Marta is feeling quite ill and said that she was spending a lot of time trying not to cough, which is not ideal when you're trying to host and talk to the camera and to people. So she is currently not hosting, and I see Nikki, lol. Who the fuck are you? So I'm so sorry for people who are tired of seeing my face because this is my third stream in a row. But if you're not tired of seeing my face, welcome to Marta's stream that I took over. Yes, and we've got a little message from Marta herself. Hiya, sad I won't be able to join you guys on stream today. I'll be hanging out in the chat though.
Hope you're doing okay.
Yes, feel better, rest. That's the most important. So in case you are like, who the fuck are you? I am Malin. I was one of the co-hosts and I said, well, I'm going to be on anyway. So if you want me to take over, I can. And I write anything to do with magic and murder and read anything to do with magic and murder. These are my two genres. So yeah, that's my type of brand.
Love it.
And my lovely co-host / previous host of the previous stream, Anna, is here with us.
Hi. Hello, everybody. I think lots of familiar faces from the last stream. But I'm Anna Robbins. I'm a fantasy writer. I sometimes post videos about once a month and stream occasionally with friends. So here we are.
Nice. And obviously, you are on Marta's channel, who makes a lot of lovely knitted little what is it called? Stop motion?
Crochet timers, yeah.
Yeah, crochet timers, which you may have seen before. They're adorable. And she will hopefully be chatting with us in the chat today if she doesn't feel too tired. So.
Subscribe to Marta for more writing vlogs and videos about art as well.
Yes, and a lovely upcoming book that feels very witchy, I feel like,
yeah,
from the cover I've seen. So yes, we have some people in the chat. Let's say hi. Hi, Michael. That's an actual smiley face. What the fuck, Michael? What's going on? I think he may have gotten it wrong. He probably clicked on the wrong emoji.
That was a typo.
Yes. Hi, Crystal. Hello.
Final test. You're gonna pass.
You're gonna be okay. It's gonna be good. I believe in you. Hello, Flora again. Hello, Sacco again. Yeah, you're right. It is like all the same people from. Hi, Nikki. Yes. And then we do have a Marta in the chat. And some feel better soon comments from Marta, from Crystal and Nikki, and from Nia. Hi, Nia. Thank you. Good, because I keep showing up.
You're the MVP of this write-a-thon.
Is it Michael's write-a-thon or is it my write-a-thon this morning?
Writercastle Malin.
Nice. You are welcome. Yes, hope you feel better soon. I love that this has the little dinosaur emojis as well. It is so perfect.
So
cute. Yep. Yeah, that's what I thought. Corrected immediately. Yes, much better. Thank you. Also, Malin and Anna both have their links in the description. Thank you. So make sure you subscribe to them and show them all the appreciation and love for taking over for me. Thank you, Marta. We appreciate it. I feel like at this stage it makes no sense for us to ask again, what are you working on today? Because we're literally the same people. And I believe stream number 12, which we are, is the last stream before the closing chat, I think. But you have just started writing over your new draft, your first chapter in your new version, your new draft.
Brand sparkly new draft.
Are you excited? Are you feeling the jitteriness?
I am. Yeah, I definitely feel like every time I start a new draft, I get really intimidated when you're trying to start the first chapter and you're like, ooh,
like,
can I do this?
A brand new blank page. And also, every time you write it again, you get closer to what is going to be your last version of that first page, those first sentences and everything. And there's so much pressure about what that's like, I feel.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting to that point now. This is my third go round where I'm
Mm,
really trying to decide, is this line the line that's going to stay, or am I picking a different line? And so, yeah, I was looking at my opener and was like, am I going to, is this the opener? Like, I know I zero drafted that and it was fun, but like now I actually have to decide, like, is this the
yeah.
opener?
Some people manage to have a fantastic first line the
Oh
first
God,
round,
yeah.
like in
Yeah.
before they write anything else. They're like, yeah, that's what it's gonna be. Um,
Yeah. I don't
my
know.
problem is that often I might get like a killer opening line, but then I will change a few elements in the draft as I go
Yeah.
from my vague outline in my head, and then I get back to the point where I'm like, that sentence doesn't make sense anymore as the first sentence because I need to change where it's
Yeah.
taking place at the beginning, or like
Yeah.
events have changed, or yeah.
And then you're like mourning your first line, or you're like me where you're like trying to like contort and do everything you can
Yeah,
to keep it.
yeah, I do that. Yeah. I'm like trying to force it into this mold it doesn't fit in anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. And I'm currently, rather than say what I'm working on, because I've said it like 3 times now, I'm gonna say where I'm at in my story, which I
Mhm.
think I'm currently approaching what would potentially be the midpoint because I'm so close to the 50K, and technically I write drafts that are quite long and it's probably going to be 100K or so. So it sort of makes sense in terms
Yeah.
of the percentage and where I'm at in the story. I'm at a stage where my character is finally gonna probably leave one of the worlds because like in stages you're in the first world and then in a second one and then
Yeah.
in a third one.
Yeah.
um and so that's why I'm a bit confused about my plot, my outline, and I might have to have a little look about it later when I revise, because I'm like, I sort of feel like it's the midpoint, but also she's definitely leaving one world behind and entering a new one.
Yeah.
So where am I at?
Yeah. How have you felt? Because I know you talked about in the earlier stream how this is your first project that you really heavily outlined. And so you've kind of had that really
Yeah.
fast draft experience where you just get to draft and not think so much about the plot. Like, have you felt like you've had to change things, or you
I
anticipate changing plot stuff,
So
or has it mostly stayed true to what you
the
planned?
overarching outline has stayed true, but you reach a point where you're like, well, that one sentence in my outline was really detailed, and I know exactly what I'm doing in that scene, and that's going to be fine. That one
Mhm.
sentence, however, is so vague that I have to figure out what that means
Yeah.
for the actual characters and what is actually happening, because she gets upset about this. It could be at the school, it could be like, like there's so many
Right.
more elements that interact with this. So I'm figuring out that whatever I do, even if I outline, actually it doesn't take away from the freedom of pantsing. I can still
Yes.
pants my way through my outline, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that was exactly my experience with Gemstone as well. That was the
Yeah.
first project that I really like outlined and thought about beats and stuff, and then just it was such a breeze to go through, but it was the
Yeah.
same thing where I would like have one sentence that would be like they do a stakeout, and then like, okay, but that turns into like 3 scenes that
Yeah.
I'm basically pantsing, and I didn't really plan for where the stakeout is happening
Yeah.
or who's there or really what
All the
even
details.
happens. I just know that they do a stakeout.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So there's a joy in that. And there's also a moment of like, what do I do with that sometimes? So
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
it's too edged to, yeah, you know what I mean.
Double-edged, yeah.
Thank you. Let's see the last of the comments that we've got and then maybe plunge into our first sprint.
Let's do it.
We've got Michael saying, if you give me a prompt word, I can write us a poem for the stream.
I love these.
Ooh, a prompt word. Do you know what? I'm going to look at my books in my shelf and I'm going to randomly point at something, and that's going to be your prompt word.
I like it.
So without looking, I don't want to look. I just want to, oh, this one. It says midnight. It's from the Midnight Library. So your
Ooh.
prompt word is midnight, Michael.
Oh, that's a really good one. That's a really good one.
I swear I tried not to look at my books as I was doing that. um, is this the Gemstone project?
It is.
Yes.
Yes. New draft.
So excited for that. Oh, and Cool Gamer says, hey, how's it going? You've probably mentioned this already. I have spent all previous sprints in bed though.
Oh, please stay in bed.
Yeah, you can watch us from the bed and just don't overstrain yourself for sure.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yo ho ho, hi Laura, how's
Hi,
it
Laura.
going? What's up? And some hi to each other. And Michael confirming he's got the word, which is midnight. So I'm excited to see
Excellent.
what you come up with.
Yeah.
I have actually, it's so funny Laura arrived because I have one of her timers at the ready.
Yay.
She's like, I'm so used to it now, guys. I'm blasé about this. Share screen. I really like this one. So I feel like it's going to
Yeah.
inspire me. Are we ready? Shall we go?
Let's do it.
Perfect. 3, 2, 1. So moody. Oh, I need to stop this before it continues. Sorry. I just have like a timers playlist, and so it just plays on after whenever I play one. How was this? How was this sprint? How did you do?
Good. I'm just going really slowly. I'm learning because I'm trying to do a little bit of a line edit and a character edit
Yeah.
at the same time. So I'm, getting to that point where I'm really reading the sentence over and over and over again. And like, do I want the comma here? Do I want the comma there? Do I need this word? Could I cut this word? And just
Yeah.
going very slow.
Are you using any sort of program like Pro Writing Aid or anything of the sort, or are you just doing line edit for yourself for now, and then you
Yeah.
think of one of those rounds?
Yeah, I would like to do Pro Writing Aid eventually. I think I'm gonna just do this one myself, and then,
Mm,
I also have like 2 new chapters to write, and some of the later stuff will need more scenes added. So,
yeah.
I want to save Pro Writing Aid for when I feel like everything is really done.
Yeah, fair.
How
Cool,
was your
exciting
sprint?
though. And I mean, like, going slower doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means that you have to pay
Mhm.
more detailed attention to certain things. So that's pretty
Yeah,
important.
I like doing the cleanup mode.
Yeah,
It's nice because it's a different, using your writing brain in a different way is nice
yeah,
because I've been thinking so hard about character and plot. It's nice to just focus on the words for a little bit.
yeah. I have no idea how many words I did because I don't remember where I stopped at the last sprint.
That's fine.
But I am currently at 43,200.
Oh, oh my God.
So I think I did probably 700 or so, because I feel like before, I think I started like 42.5 or something like that. So yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. 43.
Yeah, it's wow. I'm also sort of like, will I stop or do I just go on writing? But yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
we'll
I
see.
don't know, because I feel like I'm so much in the middle of so many things happening now in the story that if I have to stop and it's still in the middle of that, I'm probably going to want to continue.
Yeah.
But if I stop at a point where it almost makes sense to stop, then I'll probably feel satisfied with that for now and be able to
Yeah.
rest and take a break.
Yeah.
So
Try to at least get through the midpoint because that's
yeah.
going to be a hard thing to just jump into if you've been off for a little while.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
I feel like.
Agreed. And again, in my head I was like, I think it's the midpoint, but then when I first wrote the outline, I sort of wrote that the whole, like everything that's going to take place now was meant to be fun and games, but that doesn't make sense because fun and games is before the midpoint, not after. So again, I don't know where I'm at.
That just means that your whole book is fun, and that's fine.
Hopefully. Yeah. And again, I guess like it's not literal, right? Like it's not always fun to be in the fun and games. It's more like the premise of the promise of the premise.
Right.
The idea that it's what you promised when you said what your story was going to be about.
That's right.
Let's see what other people did. And I think we got Laura saying that it is going well.
Good.
And also that she got a second monitor and a drawing tablet. Yay, Black Friday.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, it's been the month as well for, I mean, it's been the week for early Christmas gift
Yes.
buying because
Yes.
of all the deals that are out there at the moment.
Yeah.
And I have up open a page of like my favorite jewelry brand that I was just like, should I like they
Oh.
bought a 25% sale on, and I was like, should I get myself something nice by Win Nano or
Oh, yeah, I would. I would.
it is expensive though because it's all real metals, like it's real
Yeah.
gold or silver with gold on top or things like that.
Yeah. I've
So I
found
can't,
myself, like, trying to move into, like, a
mm,
more high quality jewelry collection, but I'm
yeah.
also, like, cheap AF, so now I'm in this weird middle section where I just don't have jewelry.
Yeah, so I've been doing that transition for a little bit now, and it just means that I wear the same thing constantly. I don't take them off, which I'm
Yeah.
fine with.
Yeah.
Like I sleep with this necklace on and I just don't take it off. And I do the same with my earrings. I don't take them off because I'm just like,
Nice.
I'm too lazy, and
Yeah.
they're real gold and metal now, so it's not like they're gonna create any issues. But
Good. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for.
But yeah, yay for Black Friday indeed. It makes me want to buy all the things. It is slowly getting dark here and the rain is drumming on the roof. It's the perfect writing atmosphere, says Flora. Oh, that sounds perfect. It is also slowly getting dark here, but it's not raining for once in England. Very rare. Rare sight. Marta says, I just sat here and rested my eyes for a bit. Oh, Marta.
Go to sleep if you need to. It's okay.
Yeah, if you need to do naps during the sprints, do that. Take naps.
We won't like cause too much chaos on your channel. We promise.
Promise not to say anything too rude. I think I've already said the word fuck 3 times. I'm so sorry, Marta. I promise to stop that right now because it's the 4th time now. And to behave. Flatcha says 491 words. Amazing.
Yay!
Oh my god, look at that. That's fantastic.
Yay!
That's really good. 10 million, you're absolutely killing it. Thank you. It's very hard for me to accept compliments of the sort and to just say thank you. So I'm forcing myself to react in this way.
Good.
In case I sound awkward when I say thank you. I come from cultures of people who do not like compliments and don't deal well with them. Christian joined us. Hi, 411 words. Very nice. Very good job. Are you planning on taking a break from that book after November? I don't know is the short answer. The long answer is I'm going to see how I feel when I finish Nano. And then if I'm like, yeah, I still have the motivation, I still have the words and I can continue doing it, I might continue doing it. But I was considering December as a break and more like reading time and revision time for other projects and stuff like that. So I might do that instead if I need the break and then pick it back up in January Mo. Because technically, if I do January Mo, I could write the other half.
That's right.
So we'll see. Last final test related stuff. So that was the last final test, I think. Right?
Are you all done?
Amazing if you are. Amazing. Flora says, finished another poem and started the next. I'm on a roll. Amazing. Well, yeah, you've got the perfect nature elements surrounding you for writing. You've got the right atmosphere. I can't be spending any money right now, so I'm trying not to even open Amazon. Fair.
Yeah. This is me right now.
We have been talking with my husband about buying a new TV for a while, so now we're just gonna go through the Black Friday deals.
I went through actually and canceled all my subscriptions yesterday because I'm just like sick of it.
I mean,
I went really ham. Like I took my Spotify off. I took stuff on I've had for years just to see like, can I like we're really trying to see like what we can survive without and like bare minimum. Like I might have to go back to Spotify, but we will see. I really want to try for a few months to do like nothing.
I could never live without Spotify, I think. That's the main thing I couldn't do.
Already hating it, but
I did the opposite of you, which is because I was freaking tired of every month being like, what subscriptions do I have on? Why do I have so many?
Yeah.
Instead, I decided to switch over to the yearly one because you do save money by doing that with Spotify. So it was like, I'll just do that instead. Yeah. Michael says, I wrote our poem, still need to edit it though. That is fine. Take your time and give it to us whenever you are ready. Marta, I could never sleep with earrings. I can't wear earrings for more than a few hours at a time without getting annoyed. Yeah, I'm just so used to it. And also I do sleep on my side a little bit, but mostly I think when I fall asleep properly, I'm on my back. So I think I'm okay for that.
I wish I could do that.
I had to because when I got these done, like they tell you like, oh, to heal properly, try not to sleep on that side. And I was just trying really hard to sleep on my back so that I wouldn't.
Yeah. And the further up you go, the longer it takes to heal, right?
Yeah. That one was okay. I've got one here, but these two took longer for some reason than like the front, which I got done so much younger, and they were healed really fast. I trust you have already slept far too much for one day, though. I'm good. Fair enough. I also suck at taking compliments, so I totally get it. See, I think there's like a thing. There's a thing we're taught, and I wonder if it's like we're taught as women, or if it's a cultural thing, or I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah. Yep, I'm done. It's over.
Yay!
Nice, Crystal. Good job. Me and my boyfriend are trying to buy a house together at the minute, so also trying to save money right now. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
exciting.
I didn't think I was signed up for that many things because I'm one of those. I was always like, oh, some people have so many subscriptions. And then I looked at my own self and I was spending like $45 a month on subscriptions.
That's actually very little. I was thinking I'm spending a lot. I'm probably spending double that just because I have my Adobe subscription, and
Yeah.
that's 50 quid a month.
Well, plus Luke has his own, so him plus me would probably equal
Yeah.
maybe the same. But like just my own, like my writing subscriptions, like
Yeah.
Spotify,
Is
whatever.
that
Like,
why you switch from Dabble as well? Because of
yeah,
the subscription? Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I know that Steeg ended up not loving First Draft Pro and has, I don't know if he stopped using it or if he's just considering switching back over, but I enjoy it and it is free. Like, I generally looked at it thinking, like, this is my favorite look and feel for like a
Mm,
layout, and it is free. So
I'll
if
check that out for
if
sure.
Campfire doesn't work out for you and you want to try something else, I'm also heavily considering doing a video talking through all the different ones that I've tried
I
and
would
be
love
like,
that. Yeah.
you should come onto the video and talk about Campfire.
Yeah. Yeah, Campfire is really irking me. Like even on the last sprint that we were just on, I edited
Yeah.
like the first couple paragraphs of this and it saved. I saw that it saved, but because of the internet problems I was having, it did not. So I had to re-edit those paragraphs. And I'm like,
Oh, that's scary. That's terrifying.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I do not
So
have this problem with Dabble at all.
First Draft Pro, right now, it was annoying me. I think maybe because I am streaming, so it was struggling with the internet, and it kept telling me waiting to reconnect. But
Mm,
then what it does is you can click offline. So I'm now offline, and it says changes last saved offline 12 minutes ago. Reconnect to sync changes. So it
yeah.
has saved my changes, even though they're offline, which I feel
Yeah,
better.
that's what Dabble does too. And I guess
Yeah,
Campfire
doesn't
has
do
not
that.
been doing that.
Yeah, all good. Marta says I'm also on mostly yearly subscriptions. Then I have reminders for them. Yes, I always do that. I have that for Surfshark, I think, for my VPN. For the month before they expire, so I can reevaluate if I want to keep them on. So yeah,
Good
same.
system.
Speaking of subscriptions, that reminds me, I cancelled my Coursera subscription now that I finished my program. Yes,
Awesome.
amazing. Yeah. Nikki, sorry, I keep getting buzzes. Literally, my family is just texting the hell out of each other. So I'm just gonna
You're fine, no worries.
family away. I need to go through mine. Yeah, Campfire is the devil.
Yeah,
That's how you feel, Crystal.
I enjoy the look of it, and that's pretty much, like, the only thing I like about it, and I like the
Mm,
character pages that I have set up
yeah,
to just keep, like, some now that I'm trying to, like, really be consistent and not have,
yeah,
like, inconsistent information, I'm trying to track, like, "Oh, so and so has a tattoo that's this color, and so, whatever."
yeah.
So the, like, story Bible stuff is nice, but
It's meant to be like the best for that, isn't it? Like the whole world
yeah.
building is really what sells Campfire
I might
generally.
keep that stuff in there and do the
Yeah.
draft elsewhere. I'm just
I think I've really enjoyed doing my world building in Notion, to be fair, so I'll keep that, and it is free as well, so I'll keep my Notion for that reason. But I
yeah.
have been using the First Draft Pro notes section to do that this time around, and it is like all like a wiki, so everything is linked together. So you
Yeah.
can just be like, my character meets this character at some point, and then you have a link to that other character name and etc. So I quite
Yeah.
like that. My only worry and the only thing I'm not sure about is that I don't know how to you can't export it, and I'm just like, I want
Mm.
to export it at some point. So
Is that
I
a
don't.
paid feature, the exporting?
No, it's not. But again, they're really new. So there's a lot of features that are coming soon. So for instance, you can only export your document at the moment to Google Drive in the most basic way. So you just click a
Mm.
button and your document just exports in Google Drive. And it has very, very, very basic formatting. And then you have to change the formatting again to make it look good again. So
Mhm.
that's it. There's no other way to export. And one of the
Yeah.
features that we're talking about in the little feedback survey was that there's going to be way more ways to export soon.
Good.
So they're introducing a lot of basic things, like they haven't done the mobile version yet, and that is coming. They don't have full dark mode yet. You only have dark mode in the focus mode at the moment. That's coming soon, etc.
Well, I need the dark mode.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's another thing that Campfire did not do well for me. When I was exporting my previous draft to do beta reads, it took all the italics out.
Mm,
And so I literally had to go through my entire draft and put all the italics back in, and I'm kind of a hoe for italics, like too much. So there were a lot.
yeah. No, I do like every text that I write, the way I format people texting each other is usually italics. So that would irk me so much if that
Yeah,
disappeared.
all the telepathy
Yeah.
in my draft was not italicized.
Flora says yes to that video idea, Malin. Yeah, I really want to do that, like talk about all the programs because I didn't test all of them, but there's a lot I looked at, and then I was like, that is extortionate amount of money that I'm not ready to pay for this. Or some that I tried very, very briefly and was like, I hate that layout and I could not use it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Sorry, family, hanging out with my other family. Yes, that's what I'm
That's
doing.
right.
We are family. And now I have that song stuck in my head. We
Oh.
are family. Sorry. I love Notion. So do I. We are. I love all of this love. I draft my novels on Readsy. It's like Scrivener Lite free, and we'll export your file as an EPUB
Ooh.
publication for free. I like their website for like just their blogs and everything. I find really cool. I've never tried drafting my novel on their website. It's
Yeah,
interesting. I
Laura,
should try
I do
it.
hope you make a video. I would love to see this.
Yeah, you should, Laura. I want to see that because I've not tried that one. So that'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
If I had, so I write on a Chromebook, that my main laptop is a Chromebook, and if I had like a Mac or a PC, I would just do Scrivener.
Yeah, this is
But
the thing is I loved Scrivener as I used it, but I don't like how it's everyone is always like you can just like re-download it or do this or that. And it's like, no, it's so complicated to go from your file on that main computer to your file somewhere else.
yeah.
It's so annoying and it just irks me. I want something that is browser based for my first draft at least.
Yeah.
Um Afterwards, I don't think I'll mind so much switching back over to it once I'm correcting, once I'm revising.
Yeah. You're
But
not
zero
trying to.
drafting, I need to be able to write anywhere I am from. Like if I'm on the tube, if I'm on the train. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Totally agree.
Um, when programs on transfer over italics, fonts or formatting drives me nuts.
It's
Yeah.
like I put those there for a reason, you know?
Yeah. Damn, I'm currently using italics for dialogue because it's all either written notes or sign language since my character is deaf, so that would really screw
Oh,
me over.
yeah.
Yeah. I am using a lot of formatting for my fonts as well. Should we get into another sprint?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Nikki says, I'm excited for the final formatting process, probably in 10 years.
Yeah. I feel this.
Nice, nice. Okay, let me get another one ready. I'm going to get one of Jess's. Should we do 30 minutes? Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Let's do it.
Okay, perfect. It's loading. Present, share, crystal zodiac timer, which I think is really pretty. All right, if we are ready, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. How did that go? Was that a good sprint for you?
It was, yeah. I finished my first chapter, so we're one chapter down out of
Nice.
36.
Hey, that's not that slow, you know. Like that's pretty good going.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not
and
been that many sprints when you think about it.
it's true. Yeah, in my head, I was like, "Man, I've been streaming this will be, like, 4 hours that I've been working on it," but that's not totally true.
And also, you're still figuring things out as you're starting now, but you might pick up the pace a little bit as you go, to be fair.
I sincerely hope so.
I also had a pretty good sprint. I think I did 800 words or so,
Oh my gosh!
and I have just reached 44K.
Wow! Oh my god, I can't believe you still, like, are having such big word counts when this is your 3rd stream of the day. Like, I would be
I
brain
know, but
dead, like,
I
100 words a
think
sprint.
I'm more of an evening person in general. I'm more like a night owl. So I think the first stream that I participated in, I wasn't on screen, Violet's one,
Mhm.
when I joined. I was barely doing anything, and I feel like my word count was really, really low. And
Yeah.
then my stream, I was picking up the pace a bit, and I feel like it's gone up and up,
Yeah.
instead of down. Because to me, this is like peak time right now, and then it's gonna slowly like go down from here.
Wow, 800 words in 25 minutes? That's very insane and very good.
Yeah, I feel pretty happy. I just feel happy to have reached 44K. And I'm gonna try and do another 1,000 words after, to reach 45K.
Oh my
Actually, we
god.
might be able to do like a short little finishing sprint of 10 minutes or so, like the
Mhm.
11-11 timers or something. That could be good
Yeah.
to finish off today with, and maybe I'll get like to 44.5. I don't know. That's a bit much, 500 words in 10 minutes, but you never know. I
I
am
mean,
speeding
I wouldn't put it past you, I really wouldn't.
it. I keep being like pushing it, and then I'm like, at some point, I'm gonna break. At some point, it's not gonna continue.
Oh my god. So,
um,
I wonder if you're gonna finish on maybe one of Phoebe's streams this week?
could do. I am on Tuesday because I've put myself up for every Tuesday. So
Maybe that's too soon, that's just the day after tomorrow, but I wanna be there when you finish.
it could happen, like if I write. Okay, so if I get to 45K today,
Mhm.
and then if Monday I do like 2.5K,
That's a
could
big day
happen.
on a work day.
Yeah. I have done some of those, but usually if I'm on a stream, actually. So if
Mhm.
I am like on PB stream, for instance, I'm doing like a lot more words.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We've had a little poem from Michael, regarding the prompt midnight. So let's read it. I think he accidentally posted it 3 times in a row, but that's fine. I believe this is the first part. Sky of far and also of dark, stars that make their milky bands. The earth is humming as it sleeps, the sky is silent as it stands. Darkness is not to be ruled, darkness is as darkness does. It shall be for all of time, darkness will be as it was. Sky of stars of sullen bright, darkened earth of forming dew, darkness shows us pictures drawn, and so it is most sacred too. And this is where I think this is a repeat. Yes, that's the same as the first one, right?
Yeah. Very
And
good.
and this, okay, yeah. So that was the end. Okay, good. I didn't forget one. That is beautiful and really atmospheric. I really like that.
It's kind of taking me back to the book that you were talking about on the last stream,
Yeah.
The Dead Silence, just like the silence of space. It was
Yeah.
giving me that vibe.
I really enjoyed that book because it has the perfect percentage of a small romance in it that
Mm,
I don't normally get in more like horror settings or mystery settings or things like that. And
yeah.
I really enjoy that kind of stuff because, like, if you watch movies like The Mummy, it's mostly
Yeah.
it's mostly plot, but like 20%, 25% romance. It's
Yeah.
not the main thing's not the romance. I don't think it is watching The Mummy, but it
Mhm.
is there and it's really enjoyable. And I feel like that's
Yeah,
the percentage I really love in a story.
me
So
too.
that's why I would recommend Dead Silent because it has
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Very I find, like, those old action movies like Indiana Jones, The
Yes.
Mummy, like, those are so
Yes.
inspiring to me. That's what I hope, like, Project Gemstone will feel like because my main character is just a mashup of Han Solo and Indiana Jones, like, put together.
She is. I can see that. Yeah.
And hopefully it's that nice, like, 30%-ish of the plot is related to them.
Yeah, I think what I love is that it is mostly like you have a good part of it that is adventure in
Mhm.
Project Gemstone, and so you do get sucked into the plot, but you do root for the romance to happen. So you're still like thinking about it while the plot happens, which I enjoy.
Good.
Yes. Sorry for the reposts, right? That is fine. Don't worry. And we've had a little. I think that's a comment on the midnight poem. Michael, I love that. I love that too. Well done. Well done from Marta. Nikki says, I cleaned the kitchen, just the microwave left to do. Fair.
Very good.
Um, yeah, I don't ever do the microwave because I'm not the one who uses it, so not my problem.
Fair enough.
Crystal says, relaxed for a bit with a tower defense game on my phone. Realized I needed to eat, so I made 2 BNGs. Yeah.
Oh, you are inspiring me right now. I think I'm literally gonna go make a PBJ as well.
Are you getting hungry?
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah. Marta says, I spent that sprint scrambling through the cupboards looking for COVID tests, only to remember we used the last one when my boyfriend was sick a month ago. Fair.
Sorry.
To be fair, there's a lot of new stuff happening at the moment in England that has nothing to do with COVID. I feel like I've had several people tell me they were really ill and they were so sure it was COVID and they tested several times throughout it and it wasn't. So
Yeah.
we've like the tube has as many people as it did before the pandemic now. So I think we're back to the usual standards of, well, now you get all the viruses that are out there. So yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Crystal says that I am crushing it. Thank you. Nikki also says I'm crushing it. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know how I'm doing that. That's why I'm terrified of it. It scares me because I'm like, when will this stop? Because it will stop. 447 words.
Nice
Amazing.
job.
Klasha says 246 words. Really good job. And only 591 words left to edit. You're killing it. That's
Awesome.
great. Also have to rename a character because I have a serious same first letter problem. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've known this.
I do this. I just have favorite letters.
Same. I'm really struggling with the fact that I may need to change my main character's name in my current
Oh,
book because,
no.
well, her nickname more than her name because her nickname is so similar to my first character's name in my first book. And now I'm like, Olive, Viv.
Mm. Well, whichever one gets, you decide to publish first, just change the other one.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, at some point I grow attached to these things. I'm like, I can't change it. It's too late.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I have to do it before it becomes a
Maybe
problem.
she could be a Vic instead of a Viv.
Mm, the problem is I know too many Victorias and Vickies in real life, and I
Oh,
think I would.
okay.
That's often how I avoid certain names. Is if I know people in real life that I'm like, no, I have too strong of a connection to this person to name a character like their name. Sometimes I've had the other way around. Like I very unfortunately met a Vanessa in my previous job, and she's so lovely, and we became friends after I had killed a character named Vanessa in my first book. But I couldn't know that. I could not predict that though.
You're like, "You're not reading this draft, sorry."
2 major characters already have J names, and 3 major characters have B names. But
Mm.
they feel much more different to me. Okay, yeah. Either way, this third J guy is brand new, and so I'm changing his first name because I didn't even remember him existing. Fair, then it doesn't matter. Then
I
it's not.
always end up naming my male love interest with an A name. I do not know why, I just
Really?
think A names there's something attractive about them to me, I don't know.
I'm trying to think about my male characters. And because, to be fair, I'm writing a reverse harem this time around, I had to make
You
sure the
come up with
four
a lot.
names were like different enough as well and didn't sound too similar to each other.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. Yeah, I probably also have like a pattern. I just don't know. Michael, yes, that was a really nice poem. Really enjoyed it. Laura, I'm under the blanket, snuggled with Roy. He is the best weighted blanket. Yes. Yeah, Edgar's not allowed to sleep with us at night, but he gets to do morning cuddles with us. So
Yay.
we open the door and then he jumps up on the bed and is like a tornado and he's absolutely crazy. He's like, oh my god, and then he tries to like step on me and lick my face. I'm like, no, get out.
This is why you're not allowed.
Yeah, exactly. Stop talking and let me read your book now.
It's coming
Yes,
to you eventually, I promise.
it's really good. Spoiler alert. Crystal, sometimes the simplest foods hit the best. Yes,
So
agreed.
true.
Yeah, someone at work had COVID 2 weeks ago, so I wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, fair. I'm gonna have that problem. Someone in my current job is named almost the same as someone from Project Site that I named in 2016, and there's no way I'm changing his name now, but it's a bit strange. Yeah, that happens.
Mhm.
Michael's favorite letters just might be E, F, G, I, R, and S.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think about whether I have names with those. I have quite a few last names starting with E that I might
Oh, I
pick.
hate last names.
You have to do the method I told you about in the last room, which is go on Google Maps, find a region where you're like, that's about right, and every
Mhm.
single street name becomes a last name.
So good.
So, like, I have Professor Quinn because there was like a Quinn Street. My character Elsa, her last name is Ellerby, like
Mm,
Ellerby, because that was another street name.
that's a good one.
Um, like I have so many that are just like street names from around that area.
I had a professor Ellerby in college. Maybe I should just be stealing professors' last names.
You should. Although, just so you know, Elsa is like the regular antagonist. Like she's not a villain, but she's an
Mhm.
antagonist in the book. So that's
Mm,
why. I like when people have a first name and last name that have the same letter, or like
yeah.
some sound that is similar in the
Yeah.
first name and last name. So Elsa Ellerby, I really like that. 'Cause
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
Me too.
Clatcha says, speaking of names, I once met a person with one of my main characters' names in real life. I wonder how that feels. And my MC, which I did Carl Knight in 2021, that I met a real Carl Knight, identical spelling in my class in 20. What are the
Funny.
odds? Not just the same first name, but the whole name. They didn't look at all similar, complete opposites, but now it's making me want to change his name. But I'm not working on that book right now, so just change the last name, but
Yeah,
change the last name to something else with K so that you still have, I don't know.
that's so funny.
That is really funny. Should we do a very quick 11 minutes?
Let's do it. Let's
Or
finish on a
is
good
that gonna
note.
bring us too close to the end? It's 39 now. I feel like, and then we can do quick outros in 5 minutes,
We're
probably.
speedy.
Yeah, we can be speedy. Where is that timer? There it is. It's my favorite, and I use it all the time. Present, share screen. Here it is. If we are ready in 3, 2, 1. I muted myself again. How's it going? How was that last 10-minute sprint?
Good. I started on my second chapter and I realized I just want to redo the opener. So we're picking a new opener for this chapter, and yeah.
There. Nice job. And I think I got 350 words.
Oh
So
my
not too
gosh.
bad. I'm very close to 44.5. I'm at 44.4. So
Oh my gosh. That is amazing.
we're not going to stay too long in this last stretch because there is a closing chat that Michael is going to do very soon, I believe in 9 minutes. So we're just going to go through the last comments that I think I missed. That I think we're still about this famous Carl Knight, potentially. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, so Kasia mentioned, I just remembered I actually have 4 J names in this book. And the 2 most recent ones were Jason Mathers and Joseph Mayer. Yeah, they're quite similar. Oh, and also I missed that one. I was even thinking Carl Knight isn't a normal name. Nobody would really have that name, would they? And apparently someone does. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. But also I feel like the last name Knight, like, it's not super common, but also there are people whose last name is Knight. So chances are you will find someone who has the last name. The first name and last name, though, that's the crazy part.
Then the reverse is, I'm sure we all have a character out there somewhere with our names.
I feel like
books in all the world.
Oh, yeah. So my fake name, yes. My real life name, I think, is like no one has my real life name, and no one would come up with my real life name. It's too weird. Like, it's too highly specific. Marta says, I just sat around. I missed one comment. Sorry. Just abysmal at naming people in this book. That's so funny. I just sat around doing nothing again. I'm glad everyone other than me is being productive. You're all doing brilliantly. That's normal, though. You're ill. Like, you're meant to rest. You should be doing nothing. Nikki says, nice. Lisa says, wow, I love this. I was saying the whole write-a-thon. Oh my God, that's
Lisa.
So hi. Thank you for the sprint and the motivation and the lovely company. You are welcome. And thank you guys for hanging out with us in the comments. We really appreciate it. Marta says, thank you so much again for taking over the stream for me. I enjoyed hanging out from this chat. And thank you for letting me. Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah. Thanks for making the time for us to write, because we got more done than we would have otherwise.
I've said this before. I have there's even pictures from my Spotify where my real name appears. I don't even care. It's just that I'm a graphic designer, so I have a website under my real name for my portfolio, and employers can Google my name looking for that portfolio, so I don't want them to find my writing instead. Especially when I'm writing a reverse harem story.
We can just draw some work-life boundaries around that.
I'll be like, do not look at that. But yeah, that was really fun. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Anna.
Of course. I had a great time and got a lot done.
Yeah, same. I feel really productive. So really happy with this write-a-thon. Let's go watch Michael's final words for his own write-a-thon. Let me grab from the brand the outro. And on this note, goodbye, friends.
Bye.
Bye.